What's up, everybody? John Eric Pauli here with my MMA news, and today's guest will be fighting Thiago Santos at PFL 1 on April 1st. Pleased today to be joined by Rob Wilkinson. Rob, thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate the time.
No worries, bud. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks again for being here. Really appreciate it. And let's dive into things here. I actually want to start with last year when you won the tournament. What an experience that has to be like. Just talk about last year and what it meant to you to claim the PFL championship.
Um, last year was, it was a dream year signing with the PFL, 4 wins, win that world title. It's something I've been a goal of mine for over 10 years now. So uh, it was nice to, prove it to myself and prove it to everyone that, just sticking with it and hard work and achieving those big goals that I've set out for myself. So yeah, it meant the world to me.
And then the great thing about the PFL too, when you win the championship, you get that $1 million payday. So what's life as a millionaire been like?
Uh, it's a bit the same, but it's nice having that money in the bank account and not being stressed when you're going to fight again, or when the next payday is coming. But yeah, I'm planning on buying a house or investment property back home in Hobart. So just looking at a few things at the moment.
Gotcha. So now with you winning the tournament last year, is there any pressure this year now? Because obviously everybody's going to be hunting you down every time you fight. It's obviously going to be a question. It's going to be brought up. Any of those pressures in there, or is this upcoming season just business as usual? All that's behind you now. You're just focused on taking care of business here in 2023.
I think there's a bit more pressure. Last year I was probably pretty well like not known, coming into it and just coming from being released from the UFC, having a few years of trying to get back to a big stage and then making it. But yeah, this year obviously I performed very well last year, and I guess people would be kind of expecting me to do the same thing. But that's what I expected myself as well, and I think I'm just getting started. I think I'm just, I'm still improving, and I think I've got a lot of growing to do as a fighter, and I'm excited to just keep showing my improvements in the cage and keep getting those wins.
I was going to say, with all that being said, I mean, just how excited are you for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I was looking at the lineup, and it looks like I don't think anyone now that there's a few people being injured. Doesn't look like anyone from that I fought last year is in it. So it's exciting for me to have, a whole opportunity of new fights to have, and to keep making my statement as the best light heavyweight in the world.
All right, so now fight night's coming up here on April 1st. Let's get into the specifics of this fight now. Training camp's obviously going on right now. Just how's camp going?
Yeah, camp's good. I got to Factory X in Denver. Was it a bit over 5 weeks now? So 5 weeks ago. So we've got 3 weeks left. Just kind of last two hard weeks of pushing, and then that week of making weight and flying to Vegas and doing the fun part.
And at Factory X, man, you guys are on a roll out there. A lot of great coaches and everything. Just what's that been like working there and working with all those guys?
Yeah, it's been unreal. The gym's awesome. Everyone, the whole team. It's such a good team. And Mark, the head coach, he's probably one of the best coaches in the world. He's so passionate about it, and just he's definitely just helped my game, just rounding it out and doing the slight things that to make me a more well-rounded and just a better fighter overall, as well as training with all the high level big names here and big bodies here is definitely it's a good confidence booster going into these fights.
All right, let's talk about Thiago now as an opponent. I'm sure, obviously, everybody is very familiar with him from his UFC days. I'm sure there's a lot of tape on him out there, obviously. Just what have you seen out of him as an opponent? What are you kind of expecting on fight night?
I was super excited to get this fight. I was excited when he signed. As you said, like everyone knows him. He's a big name, top 10 guy from the UFC. He's been fighting pretty much everyone he's been fighting has been former champs, future champs, or, top five guys in the world. So it's a really good opportunity for me to show how good I am. And I respect him. I think he's a great fighter, but I think, I'm going into my prime and he's coming out of it. And I think I'm the better fighter, and I'll be able to show that on April 1st.
And it's funny, right? Whenever a big signing like that comes over from the UFC, all the fans out there kind of just expect, oh, well, they're going to come right into this new promotion. They're going to steamroll everybody right over. And that's not usually the case. We've seen it time and time again. A lot of these big UFC veterans coming over with the big name of the PFL. A lot of them have a lot of tough times out there. So are you going to enjoy, I guess you could kind of say, playing spoiler, a little bit? Obviously, you're obviously very talented, but for the fans out there that maybe aren't following the PFL as closely, that are assuming Thiago's going to come right in here and just run through this division, do you enjoy maybe getting to put a little bit of a spoiler in there?
100%. I think someone should do a list of all the UFC fighters that are, especially on their like tail end of their career, that kind of choose to leave the UFC and come over to PFL and think them they might make a quick $1 million and have some easier fights, and it doesn't go their way at all. So I've heard Thiago thinks he's levels above everyone in the PFL, but I'm looking forward to showing him that's not the case on April 1st, and yeah, welcoming to the PFL.
All right, man. I know that there's a ton of media obligations with the PFL. You have some other stuff to get to. I just have one last thing for you. I know we were just talking about your gym a little while ago, so I guess this kind of goes training line, or if this maybe goes just to you personally here. But one of the things with the PFL, right? You even said it last year, right? You fought 4 times, got 4 wins to get that title there. Well, it's not like it's like 4 wins spread out over 12 months. The PFL season, when you think about it, right, starting on April 1st to win it, you got to win 4 fights by the end of the year. That's 4 fights in a pretty quick period of time there. So just how do you keep the body fresh? And I guess after going through everything we went through last year, all those fights, how's the body feeling right now?
Yeah, the body's feeling good. I had a little bit of time off at the end of the tournament last year, but yeah, as you said, it's a lot of fights. It's practically 4 fights in about 8 months. So you kind of get straight back into it, but at the same time, it's important to make sure you're listening to your body and making sure you're doing the recovery and taking a bit of time off just for your mind as well. So I did that last year as well after each fight. Although I didn't necessarily want to do it, I talked with my coaches and stuff, and they encouraged me to take a week off after each fight, and just relax. And I'd go hiking and go into some national parks, and just go on a bit of a road trip and enjoy America, and then and get back. And then I'm eager to get back into training, because if you do straight back into training every day or after every fight, by the end of it you're going to be pretty drained and tired. So just making sure you're listening to your body and your mind, and staying fit. Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate all the time. Last thing before you head out, go ahead, plug your social media. This way the fans know where to follow you at. You have any management sponsorships that you have to plug, anything like that? You get the last word today. Floor is yours.
I don't have anything to plug, but yeah, give me a follow on Instagram as Razor Rob Wilkinson. That's where I kind of post most of my stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight.